The Philadelphia Eagles closed out 2025 with an 11-6 finish and a wildcard appearance. Now, the market is trying to price a roster that looks significantly different than the one that left the field in January. Much of that pricing depends on Jalen Hurts and his ability to carry the offense through a major transition. Expectations are set: a 10.5 win total, plus 115 to win the NFC East, and plus 1,600 for the Super Bowl. Reaching these marks requires navigating a massive roster shift. By trading A.J. Brown, Philadelphia is betting on rookies Mekhi Lemon and Dontavion Wicks to step up. Trading a veteran star for younger assets makes the offense cheaper, but it places a heavier burden on an aging offensive line to protect Hurts while his new targets learn the system. To balance that offensive uncertainty, Philadelphia is leaning into a defensive identity led by Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. That elite front is designed to work in tandem with Saquon Barkley, using a ball-control ground game to dictate the pace of the game. This creates a team identity built on attrition. It's physical, low-margin football that wins by wearing opponents down over 4 quarters. While this style successfully suppresses opponent scoring, it demands near-perfect execution. Without explosive passing plays to lean on, a single mistake on a long drive can be catastrophic. This tight, low-margin reality makes hitting 11 wins a difficult prospect. To see if the 10.5 win total is realistic, we have to find the traps hidden in their 2026 schedule. This schedule grid shows the front half of the season, where Philadelphia needs to bank their early wins. They open on September 13th against the Washington Commanders, a division rival coming off a strong 2024 surge. 2 weeks later, they head into a Monday Night Football matchup against the Chicago Bears. The first major hurdle arrives on October 4 against the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams' roster is deep and efficient. For the Eagles' untested wide receivers, this is an immediate test of whether they can beat high-end coverage. Dropping this Week 4 game against a premium NFC contender damages their early momentum and forces them into a difficult race for playoff seeding. Looking at the stretch just before their Week 10 bye, we see a heavy concentration of high-stakes rivalry games. On October 26th, they face the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. Then, on a short 6-day week, they have to turn around for a Sunday Night Football game in Washington on November 1st. Back-to-back primetime divisional games take a massive physical toll on a roster built for grinding out wins in the trenches. Surviving this fatigue-heavy squeeze is the only way the Eagles reach their bye week with a lead in the NFC East. This bar chart shows the win totals of Philadelphia's 2026 opponents. After the bye, the winter gauntlet begins, showing a massive spike in difficulty through the final weeks. The spike starts November 26th with a Thanksgiving trip to face the Cowboys in Dallas. Then we hit a brutal late December back-to-back, the Seahawks on the 19th, followed by a Christmas window game against the Texans on the 24th. Finally, the gauntlet ends with a Sunday Night Football game in San Francisco on January 3rd. Facing Seattle, Houston, and San Francisco in a 3-week span is an incredible cumulative burden. Roster depth and offensive line integrity will be pushed to the limit right as playoff seats are being finalized. This backloaded, exhausting schedule is exactly why hitting the over on 10.5 wins is such a dangerous bet. This quadrant chart plots risk versus reward to provide a clear ROI analysis of the 2026 futures market. To cash the over 10.5 wins, you need an 11-6 record against that brutal winter schedule. 11 wins assumes Hurts and Barkley stay perfectly healthy through the most physically punishing month of the year. Our prediction has Philadelphia finishing the year at 10-7. A 10-win finish cashes the under on the season win total, but it is still the smartest way to play the division. While 10 wins misses the over, it remains comfortably clear of the 8.5 total for Dallas and the 7.5 line for Washington. In a division where no other team is projected to win 9 games, 10-7 is enough to secure that plus 115 payout for the NFC East title. That brings us to the final futures bet, Super Bowl winner at plus 1,600. This is the ultimate prize every team is chasing. While the Eagles' defense is deep enough to win a divisional round game, the lack of a dominant veteran WR1 is a significant disadvantage against complete teams like the Rams or 49ers in late January. For bettors, the value sits on the division prop at plus 115. For fans, the focus shifts to a season defined by low-scoring, defensive slugfests. You can grab your free, printable 2026 NFL schedules and pick'em sheets at Sports Brackets to track every result as the season unfolds.